AC. Hello, 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 warriors. Can you guys see us, hear us loud and clear? Do let us know in the chat box.
Hello, my lovely students, my lovely atoms.
Okay, that's what you
Yeah.
call your students, atoms.
Yes, you know the
Nice.
chemistry effect that I'm bringing along with my name too. You know the story? My
Oh.
students call me AG, ma'am.
Atom.
Can you guess what is AG?
A stands for atoms. What is G standing for?
So basically, AG is one of the element.
Mhm.
AG stands for silver,
Right.
and my like initials Anubha Gaur.
Okay.
AG.
Okay. Oh,
So chemistry OP.
very cool. Very cool.
But students, just wanted to tell you that today I'm not going to tell you any chemistry properly, but today we are going to have a very interesting session, I must
Very
say.
true. I'm very thankful that Anubha ma'am came over here because, see, I have a lot of silly doubts, and I'm pretty sure a lot of guys and girls out here also have very silly doubts, just like me. Maybe you're smarter than me, but we have AG ma'am, the silver, not the golden ma'am, the silver ma'am who is going to clear all our doubts. Okay, guys? So feel free. We are your friends. Don't think of us like, oh my God, he's a teacher. What am I going to ask? Feel free. We are your friends.
Yeah, feel free to ask your doubts because this session is going to create so much awareness among you all, because I was a kid too, and being a girl, it was not easy because I also kind of was hearing so many so-called facts which was not at all facts but kind of a myths, which somehow I got to know over the years. So today I'm here maybe to bring my story as well as from a woman's perspective what you guys think, and as well as we'll talk about the stats.
Yes. In fact, before we begin, by the way, I hope all the viewers out here have already hit the like button. And in case you're not doing justice to the session. So first of all, go smash the like button because, guys, without your support and without your love, we can't bring these kind of sessions. I
That's
want to know that you love these kind of sessions. So go ahead, smash the like button, and do not forget to hit the subscribe button as well. So.
Definitely, please do that. And this session is also there on
Live.
Vedantu 910
910.
channel, and I can already see that there are almost 450 students live. So Shreyas
Oh.
sir, just say a hi to them also.
Oh, hello, dear Chotu warriors, Chota Bacha Party.
Yeah.
Nice to see. And I'm pretty sure many of these kids will be joining all of us on the Enlight
Yes,
channel very
true.
soon for their 11th preparation. So, guys, Enlight is the channel which you have to graduate to eventually. But never leave your teachers on 9th and 10th. They are always going to be there for you. Always keep saying hello to them once in a while.
This channel is definitely going to bring all the enlightenment in your life when it comes to academics, and also going to raise all the awareness and giving you all the guidance. So just remember, my 9th 10th atoms, eventually you will go to 11th 12th. So if you're moving from 10th to 11th right now, this is the channel. If you want to prepare for JE, you are sorted with Shreyas sir, definitely.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So let's talk about periods. That's why all the kids are out here. And I have something in mind, and I just want to ask all the students, how many of them were actually aware, especially this is the question for girls, were actually aware when they got their first periods, oh, this is what it is, and you were not shocked about it? Please let me know honestly. I just want to know an honest number, because I think the next slide is all about the statistics.
Just want to say one thing before going ahead, that there might be so many people, there might be so many girls who are going to feel very shy that should I talk about it, what if my relatives, my friends are also watching and seeing that, is it good to talk about that? So please remember that it's always good to discuss and talk about certain things, then only you will get the awareness and clarity, and there is no shame about it. It's just a process. It's just your body having this, and there is no shame in that. So please bring that, because I'm also going to share my story.
That's so cool. And some of them are telling they got to know about it during the school and 5th standard itself. So guys, there is our statistics. It says, this is all from the newspapers and all the magazines. 71% of the girls have no idea what periods are. I am shocked when I saw this slide. And there are 23 million girls who drop out of schools every year due to lack of infrastructure, education, safe sanitary products which are inaccessible, and there is a ton of waste which is just generated where people don't know how to exactly dispose this. This was shocking because many of you might be actually in cities and we feel that, oh, everybody knows about it.
Yeah.
But this is shocking.
So I just want to say, I just want to discuss my story too on this very first point where it's written that 71% of girls have no idea when they get their first period, and I was among that one too. I was in 8th class, and I was just having my pain in the abdomen, and I was feeling very uneasy and feeling little anxious. And I went to my mom, and my aunt was also there at the same time, and I said, Mom, my stomach is hurting, my legs are paining, and I'm not sure what is happening with me, and I'm bleeding too. And my mom is giving me that look. She's because you are from a very maybe conservative background, from a very small city where maybe even mothers and so many other women are also not having that much awareness that you're too tiny to have your own periods. Oh my God, is this happening? But yeah, somehow I'm like, I started crying.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought something is wrong with me.
So were your parents and aunt supportive about it?
And I'm sorry, Mom, if you're watching this video.
Okay.
Really sorry about that. But yeah, her reaction made me anxious as well because she's like, you're too tiny. This should not happen. Maybe after 2 years. When this happened with me, I might be 16. And I was just 12 and a half. So she's like, but my aunt was very supportive. She's
Thank
like, it's okay, everything is fine, it's a natural process, and every girl went through it. She took me to, a market and get all the sanitary pads.
That's so cool.
She told me how to use it. I didn't know what was there. And this also, sir, that for almost 3 to 4 months, I was so anxious to go to school.
Because something is wrong with me.
Yeah.
You don't realize what has happened to your body.
Yes.
So, especially for all the guys out there who do not know what periods are. So, because a lot of people are there who do not know what periods are. Maybe, ma'am, you're the best person to explain that. So yes.
Students, especially to all the boys, all the men who are watching this video, and they might be having so many questions rather than girls. Maybe girls, but yeah, that periods are nothing but, a biological process that every girl went through it. It's kind of, they hit the puberty. General age is changing, but yeah, 10 plus, maybe 11, 12, 13, 14. So it's okay if you are, 11 and you got your period. It's completely fine. That's your, like one cycle take 28 days to complete. That in every 28 days or to 31 days you get your cycle. And what happen in that your uterus has some, linings that get shedded. And because of that, maybe a little amount of flesh and blood that came out of your body. Because if that doesn't happen, that's the sign that, the egg inside your uterus met with the sperm and a person can get pregnant. Okay, if that is not happening, that's the signal that your uterus is getting, your progesterone level got very low. That's the signal that your uterus started shedding the walls.
And guys,
Okay.
this is a permanent thing until you hit a certain age where menopause.
Yeah.
That's when it stops.
Yeah.
But until that age, from the time you hit your puberty, this cycle continues. There is no end to it. So almost like every 1 month, you can
28 to 31 days, and that can be there for 4 to 7 days, again depending upon person to person. Okay, and it's okay, and there is no harm. If you're bleeding, that means you're completely fine.
Fine.
Okay?
Yeah, there is nothing wrong. In fact, it's all right. You should be very cool about it. Just you need to know certain things on how to handle and how to use the correct medical equipment and stuff like that in order to make sure that things are all right with you. And we'll come to that.
And sir, there are so many places in India, especially northeast and even outside of India, that they celebrate the first period of a girl.
Yes, even in Andhra Pradesh. I recently went to one of my cousin's celebration.
Okay.
She hit up puberty and we all had a nice lunch and everything. It's a
like
celebrated
from
affair.
a girl you are entering to, womanhood, and that
Yes.
must be celebrated.
Definitely.
But I'm sure whatever the data says, because 1/4 of our population is, like around the poverty
Yes.
line,
Yes.
and they don't have the basic
Yes.
facilities, they don't have the basic awareness, and so it comes to all the fear, anxiety, shame, and etc., and we'll definitely talk about that. So please stay in the session till the end, because you're going to know so many facts, and till the end of the session all of the taboos and myths all the guys and girls are having around periods are going to be completely vanished.
Very
Yeah?
true. So, first of all, now that you know what periods are, you should also know that, a lot of people are actually unaware of it. So, every time you hear your friend or your cousin who is not having the correct knowledge, or he's misguiding the other kids out there, it's your duty and it's your right to first of all, educate that kid, your cousin, your friend, etc., and make them understand, see, this is very normal and this is what you need to do, because there are so many. Look at this, 355 million Indian women who are currently probably most likely undergoing menstruation cycles, and there are so many 42.6 million women who actually use sanitary napkins. So I'm wondering what these women are doing.
Can you see that? Only 12% of women are having access to sanitary napkins in India.
That is bad.
That is really bad. And it's not only because of awareness, sir, because, there are so many people who can't afford it.
Yes, yes. Are there free sanitary napkins available, or affordable sanitary napkins available?
Government is, I think, running so many plans and mission around it that and there are so many missions that is already going on that make sanitary napkins free of cost, or maybe at a very cheaper prices. So I'm very sure that few things are happening and few
There's
will
a
happen.
movie on that, Padman.
Yeah.
I love that movie. You should see that. It's cool. Akshay
But
Kumar
I
is there.
also feel
Yeah.
that, I've heard that all the custom duty and all,
Yes.
we are, kind of not taking it when it comes to sanitary napkins.
True.
But, yeah.
So
let's see.
is it like it becomes very infectious if you use a normal cloth or something else, or you just don't do anything about it, or you just use some random rough or some, I don't know,
Rugged
some
clothes
rugged
and all.
clothes or something like that.
So I think
Yeah.
most of you have seen in the movie also. Have you seen Padman movie? Students? 9-10 students, I'm also reading your chats. And we'll talk about all of it. What is safe, what is not, so safe. Yeah, what I was talking is, as I was telling that 250 million people in India is not even having the access of sanitary napkins, because they come under the poverty line and they're like, we are not having enough food, how can we afford the sanitary napkins? And they eventually end up taking the the clothes that they are not using.
Oh, that's bad.
And what exactly will happen, that'll always create the dampness and can create so many bacterial infections, and you are compromising your hygiene, which eventually lead to so many disease.
If I may put it straight, it's just like you are taking fluids out of your body and you're using some random clothes just to cover it up. Just imagine the kind of infections that you are causing and the damage that you're causing to your body. So that's the blunt way of putting it, guys. So, if you can donate, if you can actually
True.
educate your maid or anybody who cannot afford sanitary pads, so first of all, make them aware the benefits and the harmful effects of not using one. In fact,
So sometime people donate food
yes.
and they're like, we're doing good thing. But what about go to those places, the places where there are so many poor people living, and just go and spread this awareness.
Yes.
And maybe gift sanitary napkins too. There's no harm in that. Yeah, maybe some of you will feel that we are publicly going to be ashamed or something, but you all together will have to bring that awareness.
Very true.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
is it true that you also missed your school or college during your cycles or your periods?
I will definitely have two aspects to say this. The very first thing is, sometime even I have missed the school, specifically when there's very starting days of my period cycle, because I was like, I don't know, if I get a stain, everyone will make fun of me.
Right.
Especially boys, because they don't know what I am going through.
True.
I am feeling sad because there are hormonal changes that a girl or a woman go through. And then you feel, because this is being told to you that this is not good, to talk about this publicly. So because of that, even I have missed school so many times, and I told you the reason. But for for putting it straight, I'll also say that we have to break that stigma, and we still have to think that if you're feeling well, and I'm not telling that if you're not feeling well, you're having so much pain and then you are pushing yourself, but if you're feeling good enough, you should definitely go to school, you should definitely go to work and give your best, and
Right.
tell that just because I'm going through a cycle, I'm not supposed to sit at home.
True.
Yeah.
And guys, be very sensitive about this. If a girl says, she might be your schoolmate or your batchmate or whatever,
Yeah, yes,
and
true.
if she just, is saying that, okay, I'm not feeling well or I have stomach pain or something, just understand it's a polite way of saying that, listen, I'm probably, in the cycle right now. So just stay away, just don't disturb too much, just be calm, just be supportive of her. And it pains a lot. I mean, I do not know, but obviously, ma'am, and from what I hear from my wife and all the other girls, it's very ridiculous. I mean, it's excruciating pain. That's what I get to know.
Yeah. And sometimes people don't even sensitize it enough. I've seen people around me, especially guys, that even if a girl started behaving a little bit irritated, or tell things bluntly or show a little bit of anger, and what kind of answers that we hear from the person is like, are you PMSing? Are you having your periods? So guys, it's not cool at all. It's not
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, don't use that word, PMSing. I mean, just stay away, just stay calm, guys.
Yeah.
Okay? Be supportive. In fact, she tells you that I need help, just help the girl. That's
Yes.
all. Be supportive.
If she is telling that she is not feeling emotionally well, just support her. Just be on her side.
Yes.
If she's your sister, because sometimes it happens that you don't tell to your brother or your father.
And brothers and sisters always keep fighting,
Yeah.
and especially, it's true for all the
Happened
brothers.
with my brother too.
Yes, very
So, yeah.
true.
Even if when if other people are also watching it and they are adult enough, they have their partners, so please understand that it's very important to sensitize, because it's not something that they are doing it willingly. We also went through so many hormonal changes. What is PMSing? We'll definitely talk about that very soon. But one by one, we'll definitely, bring
Yeah.
all the myths and taboos that we have here.
This is the most important part, guys, because you would hear so many things, and we have done our research, due diligence
Yes.
before entering this session, because we don't want you to believe in rumors or things which you have been hearing from a long time. So let's see all these things one by one.
But so, what about, first of all, telling them that, we are trying to create something different here, different in a sense, just to bring that awareness? How about supporting it as well, right?
Yes.
So, how about passing it to your friends, your relatives, and showing your support that, sir, ma'am, we are with you, and we really want this awareness to be there for each and everyone, be it your parents, be it your friends, or anyone. So please pass this video right now. If you can do that, please support us by hitting the like button also.
And
That
share
this
it.
is your attendance, that you're marking your attendance and showing the support.
Do
And
that.
if you're new, please subscribe to our channel, Vedantu in Light, Vedantu 910.
Yes. Make sure you share this video also, because a lot of students will definitely get benefited.
Definitely.
Yeah, this is very, very true. I mean, I have heard this so many times from my relatives that, oh my God, she's, menstruating, or her period is going on. She's not pure.
I'm really sorry, sir, I'm cutting you off. But there's one message that I can see that is popping up, all is well. That, ma'am, can I know why there's some people who don't make their sons aware of this?
Very true.
Which is true. Even I've seen in my own family that, you can't talk about this to your brother or your father. And even they might not know so many things. And that's why we are bringing the awareness. And
Right.
I'm hoping that my brother is watching this video. That
Yeah.
maybe you didn't get the awareness from our parents, but by this, because if you are going to have your partner, you should also, feel that there are just taboos and stigmas.
Very true. More than girls, I think guys need awareness.
Yes. So this session is specifically for all the guys, all the men.
Okay. So, Srinivasam, we have already mentioned what periods are. Just you can rewind back the session later on.
I think I just got the point that why do we call it period?
Yes, it's periodic.
Yeah, because
Time
it's
period,
periodic.
SHM,
Yeah.
oscillations. Come on, guys.
So why do we
physics.
call it period again?
Yeah.
Physics expert is there. Period that repeats after a certain interval, and as we discussed, that repeats after every 28 to 31 days.
Very true.
All right?
So, is it biologically true that girls become impure? No, right?
So I really want to bring this up, sir, and all the students, that because we have faced this too, even in my own family. That not in my own family, but in my what do we call it? Dur ka family.
Second circle, third circles, and all
Yeah,
of that.
in your maternal house, paternal house, and all. My mom has changed a lot though, because I have aware her enough of all of these things, made her aware. But yeah, I've seen that we are not allowed to go to the kitchen.
Oh.
We are not allowed to touch. We worship tulsi plant.
Right.
So we're not allowed to touch that. What is the reason behind it? They say that you're impure. We are not allowed to. Yeah, you're not
Really?
allowed to touch
Pickles?
pickles. And
Oh.
I've seen that. My aunts and all are saying that please don't go near the pickle itself. Please don't go near the tulsi plant itself. And they said why? Because a woman is impure during the periods. Please everyone, this is just a myth. It's not being impure. I'm telling you the reason, because it had started long years back, right? What was the reason behind it? We have changed the way to see it. Earlier there were no proper sanitation methods. There were no proper methods to maintain the hygiene, as we were discussing, that women used to use the clothes and all.
Yes.
And in every few hours they'll be just washing it, using the other, and kind of not able to maintain the hygiene.
Maintain the hygiene, correct.
So we were say it was not impure that you should not go to kitchen and all. Kitchen is something, a place that you have to maintain the hygiene,
correct.
because you're preparing the food and all. And if the women are they are just going to the kitchen while not maintaining the hygiene, not cleaning themselves properly.
That was the problem. So
Yeah.
that was a problem a long time back.
Yes.
But in the current era that we live in, where we have pads, where we have access to
Tampons, menstrual
tampons,
cups.
and even the soap, you can keep
Yes.
washing. That's it. You don't have
That's
to
it.
worry about it. I think you just wear it and that's it.
Yeah.
Forget
It's
about
all
it.
about hygiene, people. It's all about hygiene. If you're maintaining it properly, it's okay to touch the plants. I was reading a study,
Okay.
and it was written that it was something that's there in this that people used to follow, that if the menstrual fluid or anything that somehow touches the plant will die.
Oh, and is it true? Has it ever happened? Have you touched any plant?
I have so many plants and I water them daily.
Okay.
And nothing has happened. And
you
even
go.
to be very honest, it's not at all that something that's impure, just the blood, no. If you get a cut, you get blood, right? It just they call it impure and all because they say that there is order and everything, but it's all about the hygiene, no.
True.
If blood is coming out of your body, suppose blood is there and you're not cleaning it, you're not maintaining the hygiene, it will start decomposing and give the order. So it's all about that. If you maintain the hygiene,
True.
there's no harm in that. You can water the plant, you can go to the kitchen, but make sure you tell this to everyone and maintain the hygiene.
True. So guys, these were all myths. Please don't believe in this. I know a lot of the problem is the WhatsApp forwards, and
Yes.
certain times you have your elders who will tell one story about about a girl who touched a plant and the plant died off. Guys, these are all made up. I have heard these stories, and I used to be like, what? And that time I used to be like a kid and nobody would listen to you. But as you grow up, you realize that these are just rumors. They don't have any scientific base values. So don't worry about it.
Somehow we should thank our ancestors that they thought about the women.
Yes.
Because earlier it was like we are celebrating them and we are also worshipping them in terms of goddesses and all. So they were told that go and take rest because we don't have proper hygiene methods. This is a room for you so that
Right.
you will feel happy and stable and won't feel anxious, right? That if you want to change the clothes, you can do it easily, and you don't have to think about if you're coming to the house with everyone and the blood start coming out. So that hygiene problem was something that was being told
So
of.
actually thinking about it that way, that time the people were more advanced, I feel.
Yes.
And it's somewhere down the line, it just got lost, the original thinking process, and we then started believing into some other stuff.
Yes,
So,
true. So students, we also want to know that you might be hearing some myths and taboos as well. We really want to see what kind of a myths and taboos that you have heard.
yeah.
Come on.
Oh my god, I was reading this comment by Yuvashi. She says that a grandma told her a story that if you touch the tulsi plant, it will burn. My god, Yuvashi, you are a matchstick, man.
We were being raised in this way, you know that. It was being told to us, if you touch that tulsi plant, it will
Burn.
die. But burn is like
Next level, man, next level.
So parents also, I have this, request that when you are, telling everything to your daughter, just please aware your son as well that, so that they can also in future sensitize their partners, their sisters and all.
Sai Ram Srinivas, okay, plants are green. He's thinking the blood is red, so the plant will get red. So let me tell you, Sai Srinivasan, there was COVID, there was a lot of virus. You used to sanitize your hands and then used to touch everything. So if a soap or some detergent can get rid of COVID, I'm pretty sure blood is not an issue. So bacha, you are all safe, okay? Don't worry. As long as you maintain the hygiene, that's all.
Yes.
Thank you, Antara.
You're just getting a comment. I'm really sorry.
Oh.
So don't mind, but you're cute.
Thank you guys so much.
All
Okay,
right, all right.
so what is this? Physical activity during menstruation increases menstruation cramps. So you're not supposed to exercise, go to the gym or run around and stuff like that, do you?
See, I won't say that, but even my mom say that, if I tell her that, I am just going to, exercise maybe a little bit, she's like, no, don't do it, don't do it. But again, I'm telling you, this is just a myth. I'm not asking you because I'm no one to do that. I mean, to tell you that you do that, don't. But just want to tell you that it's okay to have some basic exercise. Not like you're doing all the HRX and all. We call it like
HRX,
hard
the
intensity exercise, and you're like, I'll complete all the cardio. No, that should not be the case. But, having a brisk walk maybe 15-20 minutes will really help you, because in periods you started feeling bloated, right? But if you just sit and don't do anything, that'll increase the pain and cramps only. But if you have the basic exercise, maybe a little
True.
bit of stretching, maybe a little bit of brisk walk, this will help you and it'll soothe the this bloating effect.
And it is different for different girls,
Yeah,
guys.
that's also
like
true.
there are some girls who get a lot of back pain,
Yeah,
and some girls
me
who are still fine, they can still go and exercise. So it depends from person to person. So don't push your body beyond a
Yes,
limit.
yes.
As much as you're comfortable. So if you can attend the school, if you can attend your gym, fine. It's not a problem at all.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think Anubha ma'am was also talking about this just a while ago. Are you supposed to sleep in a different shed? Shed is a word used because long time back, we used to have
But
sheds. Yeah.
Again, I'll tell the same thing, that it happened because of a reason. We have already spoken about that due to lack of proper hygiene methods, and even for water, people have to go to the rivers
Right.
and lake and to get the water. So it was told that don't exert yourself, you have to clean yourself up again and again, don't take a bath also, and just if you will be in your own room, you have your own peace of mind.
Correct.
That you don't have to think about people, that I'm going and maybe blood is coming out and all, and you just deserve rest.
True.
Because if other people will see you, they'll be like, do this, do that and all. You deserve rest, take it. But somehow, eventually,
Yeah.
we make it a kind of a torture for so many women. Not talking about the cities and also, but there are so many villages.
and towns too. Yeah.
They're still doing it.
So it's nothing. See, guys, our ancestors were very smart. They knew
Yes.
that during those times, if the girl goes to the well and touches the bucket or the mug, whatever, then it will get contaminated, because that time there was no soap and those pads and all of that. But now things have changed. Obviously, we have access to quality drinking water, soap, and all that stuff. So really, you don't have to worry about that. In fact, one girl was asking Devshi that should I take bath or no? Can I wash my hair when my periods are going on? Very common question. out
Very
there.
common question, because it was being told to us that don't wash your hair for 3 days. Okay, don't take a bath. But washing your hair was more common myth, I guess.
Yes.
But I'm telling you, the reason is, something is happening in your body. You are just shedding all those, layers of your uterus, and you somehow are getting pain, right? And your body is taking the energy out of your body. I mean, your body is taking the energy, right? And you'll feel a little bit of warm also. So your body is a little bit warm, hot side. And if you take bath, especially, with cold water, you might end up feeling not so good or sick. But if you use warm water, it's absolutely fine, and you should do it because it will help in your cramps.
Oh,
Okay?
that time we never used to have cold water, hot water.
Because there's
That's
no
the
running
reason,
hot water system.
Makes
Yeah.
sense. In fact, hot water is so relaxing. I always like to have.
Yes.
How many of you guys like hot water bath? Come on, guys. Come on. Put it up in the chat box. Me, at least, I can't have even lukewarm, guys. I mean, like,
No?
really, yeah.
Lukewarm water. Don't use hot water.
Yeah.
But yeah, so girls out there, please just do it. Take a bath at least once in a day. It'll be very hygienic also, but with warm water, it will help you relax also and soothes your tummy.
Oh, yeah, right. And where do you keep your pads, ma'am? Like, do you keep it private? It should not be seen if some guests come. Oh my God, my pad was lying here. I should just keep it somewhere else.
There's so many stories that I can discuss and I can talk about on this, that even in my home, because they're like, you should hide this in black poly bags and
Yes.
all. You should wrap it with paper. No one should see it, especially your brother, your father, because this is something that's very shameful.
Right.
You don't discuss it with your,
You can't just carry it just
You
like you
just-
carry potatoes
Haan.
and tomatoes.
Even if you go to the washroom, if I tell my story also, I'm like, I can't just take it away and run it in front
Oh.
of maybe my father, my brother, because this is being taught to us. That this is something that's shameful. Don't carry it around. Oh, not good, not good. This girl is so,
Oh,
uh,
tainted.
doesn't have any shame
Oh, that's
for
bad.
even your father or sister, brother.
That's sad. That's sad.
That's sad. But I'm telling you, that's the stigma that we need.
And that
to
was
break.
the whole thumbnail all about, guys.
Yeah.
I was the one holding the pad, so I don't have any shame. So even when I buy the sanitary pads, I don't mind even if the guy does not give me a plastic bag. So many times I just carried it in my hand and I just enter my car from the medical shop. So it's fine. Anybody sees it, it's okay. I don't care.
I think even this is the change that can be bring if everyone will think in the same way. So just like if you go to a medical store and tell the guy to give you the sanitary pad, they themselves will cover it.
Yes.
Tell them no, why you need to cover it. What's there to hide? It's a process that happen every month. It is not something that will change just because you cover it, right? But there's one thing that I want to tell. Some of the students are like, they tell us to cover it and all. If you use a pad and you want to throw it, please, this is very much important that you cover it and throw it, because
Yes.
there are so many stray dogs that end up littering it everywhere and maybe create all the infections to so many people because flies will come and etc. etc.
True.
This is for the hygiene reason. We are talking about different thing here. Yeah, that you should you should not feel any kind of a shame
Correct.
just because you're going through periods.
Very true. So you should dispose it properly, just like any other thing.
Yeah.
And boys should not be ashamed to buy sanitary pads, guys. That was the whole motto of this session as well, and that's the reason why I was holding it. So anytime your friend, your cousin, your sister, your mom, I don't know, if some dad is watching, if your daughter asks you to buy a sanitary pad, don't hesitate even a bit. It's all normal. So especially it goes with all the guys. I know how it works. So because I'm a guy, and let's say if I had to buy a sanitary pad and then my friends start teasing me, oh, what are you buying this? Oh, ye kya kharide ho? And stuff like that. I know you might feel embarrassed, but it's the time you make your friends sit and make them understand that, you know what, this is perfectly normal. There is nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, you should be the one who should be ashamed for not carrying one or not helping or, making fun of this.
So how about giving us a thumbs up and telling that, yeah, you will participate in this mission that, we are starting in Vedantu.
Especially all the guys out there. Come on, boys.
Come on, guys. Come on, night.
Boys don't need them, JB. If your friend needs it. My God, JB, where were you?
Why boys need?
Boys don't need it. It's for your friend or for your cousin or your sister, your mom, whosoever. Yep.
So it's like even if they ask, to go and get it for them, it's okay. You don't
Very
have to
cool.
feel ashamed.
Very cool, Navya. Very good. Very
Yes.
good. In fact, now we should come to the most important part, because sometimes girls have irregular periods. Sometimes they want to just get rid of it because the exams are coming, and especially during stressful periods. How do we cope up
can
with
I
that?
take
Yeah.
1-2 questions that students are asking?
Sure, sure.
And
sure.
one thing, that there are more than 800 students in the channel, and
Wow.
they are not even liking. Come on, students.
Sad. Come on.
I thought we'll cross 2K just like that. 2000. Why? Because, we have started something, we believe in something, and we think that you all will believe it this
There are
as
two
well.
people. Yeah. Come on. 1, 2.
So
2K.
don't be conjuice. Just, keep hitting the like button. Tell this to your friends also. And let's cross the 2K mark, because more you share and you like the video, YouTube will also send it to other people and, tell them to see this. And we really want that awareness to go to each and every kid, to each and every, family.
Somebody's asking, why don't we have a bio teacher? Guys, don't worry, we're not going to explain the detailed process. We're not
Yes.
here to learn the biology aspect. We are talking about the social aspects. We are talking about the general perception. I think that is something which everybody should know. Doesn't matter whether we are physics or chemistry teachers.
It's just about a woman's perspective that, Shreyas Sir thought we should bring
Yes.
it up. And one thing that students are asking, that why we don't eat sour food. Sir, you also
Oh.
think that?
Yes, I have heard this, that you should not eat certain foods. Not about sour, perfect, to be particular about, but you should not eat certain
Yeah,
kinds of food.
we were told that don't eat pickle, don't eat curd, and etc. etc. So I won't say that in that way, but I'll also say that when we talk about the sour food and all, they have acids, right? And if you're already feeling bloated and acidity, if you are eating these kind of a food, I won't say curd, but other sour food, you'll ultimately will feel more, bloated, and you will feel
Oh.
that, ouch, now I'm not, able to move, and etc. etc. My tummy is hurting more now. So there were certain reasons behind it. But when I talk about certain foods, light food, even if you have a little bit amount of curd has, lactobacillus bacteria.
What about
That's
coffee?
a probiotic.
Coffee is fine?
Coffee, it's not about coffee, but caffeine. Taking
Caffeine,
too much
okay.
caffeine also affects your cycle,
Alright.
your hormonal imbalance. So you should not do that.
Yes, definitely, Nitin. We'll talk about more taboos like this, but you
Yeah,
need to
maybe next time.
sometime later on. But we need to start somewhere. So
And one more thing,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
sorry,
Yeah, no problem,
sorry.
no problem.
I'm getting too emotional for this.
yes, I can understand.
But there's one question that I won't debate so much about it. Otherwise, some people will come to us and say that why don't we go to temples
Okay.
during periods? Not sure we should talk about it a lot, but I'll still say earlier there were reasons, as we spoke about that hygiene reason, and I was just reading an article by someone who researched a lot in this menstruation and all, and early myths and all. So it was written that why we were not going to temples before, because you have to ultimately sit, because if you're praying, then you have to show the devotion and respect. In almost all the religions you have to sit, right? And if you're not having proper hygiene methods, you're just using the clothes and all, and you're bleeding too much, it will ultimately end up making the floor dirty, or whatsoever you call it. And ultimately you might feel a little bit uneasy or so. So it was told because of this reason. But I will still say that if you ask me, if you are maintaining the proper hygiene, there's no harm. But again, it's just a choice that you guys can make.
And these are all
You girls
religious
can make.
belief, guys. I mean, you
Religious
should
belief.
always respect
Ha.
the respect to temples or
Yes,
whatever,
yes.
masjids or the church, whatever you are visiting. So obviously there are some rules. So let's just follow them. Let's not get into that.
We'll not go into detail
Yeah.
in that aspect.
So these are the most important tips, especially for all the girls who are going to write the exam, because exams are around the corner, and eventually you will be writing some or the other exam, or there will be always some situation where you need a lot of your effort, your focus, and you're always stressed out, and you do not want your periods to hamper it. And I have heard about some pills that you get in the market where you
Yeah.
can defer your period.
Huh.
So you know that your period is going to come during the exam time, let's say JE or NEET or
That's
whatever.
true. That's
So is it advisable? I'm pretty sure it
there's
should not be.
There are so many students who are asking it also that, ma'am, is it okay to take the pills and all? So I'll still say, if you take it on a regular basis, you keep on doing that, this is not good and going to harmful. It will it will mess up your menstrual cycle.
Yes.
Because you ultimately give your brain, your body a signal to delay it all the time. So maybe in future, it will create, that impact, that every time your menstrual cycle will be messed up and you have to ultimately end up to going to a doctor. But taking it maybe on certain aspects, certain reasons are there, then it's completely fine. There are some medicines that doctor are telling that they are safe, and what they do basically is, so there's this hormone progesterone, that level of progesterone start increasing to a very maximum level in your body, and at the time of period it starts showing a very very steep kind of very big dip. So when the dip is there in the progesterone level, means it's very low in your body get a signal so that they start shedding the layer, and you get your periods. So what this pill do, that kind of telling your body to maintain that kind of a progesterone level, high level of progesterone. Your body is not having that signal, low level of progesterone, the layer will not shed and you will not get your.
But ultimately, you are messing with your natural cycle, so I think which is not great for over a long run.
I'll say once or twice again, if needed,
Yes.
then it's fine, but you should not do it regularly.
So certain things which I think is useful for all the girls out here is drink a lot of water, which helps in reducing the effect of the
That's true.
PMS symptoms in the body. So lots and lots of water, guys. But also it can come with side effects that you end up going to the loo frequently. So you need to find a perfect balance out there. Obviously, eat healthy. Eat healthy goes for everything. Eating junk or any kind of sour material like ma'am was telling also causes problems.
Yeah.
Right.
Eat light food that'll make you feel, especially iron containing food and protein food, because we feel a little bit of deficiency of iron in our body. So keep eating, healthy food that's rich in iron, like spinach, lentils and all, and protein rich food also, dairy food.
Sorry to cut you out. Somebody was asking, should I use painkillers? Guys, painkillers for anything is bad over a long run.
Yes.
So very rarely you should use painkillers when it is very bad. But as you age, right, you start developing that capability of handling that pain. So please don't use too much of painkillers. It's bad. Not just for this, for anything, even it be it headache or your leg hurts or whatever. Don't
And
use
also
painkillers.
there are so many girls who are asking about a comparison of pads.
Yes, I think that's there on the next slide.
That's the next slide. We are coming on that.
You can also use a heating pad for reducing
That's
the
what
cramps.
I do also, because for at least 1.5 days I really feel that I can't even get out of the bed, that kind of a pain that I'm having. So I also do that. I'm not able to sleep because I've heard that we feel insomnia also. So heating pad actually helps. Again, don't use it too much, but using it won't harm you. Won't cause any harm, so you can do that too.
Yes.
Okay?
And also stay organized during your exams in order to avoid cases of leakage and staining the clothes. So make sure you use the right stuff.
Yes.
So that
we'll talk about that too, that what you can do. We are here. That
ma'am will be
again.
Yeah.
So there are girls who are asking that is it okay that even in teenage we use the menstrual cups? So I'll say it comes with various sizes like small, medium and large. But if you're just having your cycle, you are in very early stage of your cycle, I'll still say you can go for either pad or tampon. Okay? But just to start, just take one step at a time. You can use the pad, but so many students are telling that pads are also containing so many chemicals and all, and even government is somehow aware of that and trying that we can have better methods and better eco-friendly methods, and now so many companies have started making pads that are using eco-friendly material. So always think about that too, that you should not harm your environment more and more, because every woman is kind of creating, because of pads, so much waste.
Right.
That's why it is being told that you should use
menstrual cups.
But as I said, that in the early age, just go with the pad, just be comfortable with it. Okay, and that should also, you should change in every 4 to 6 hours. Reason is, if it will be damp and you will not care about that, you will ultimately end up having so many infections, and that is not a good idea to have that. Yes, and apart from that, after that you can go for tampon. Tampon is also a good method, and then definitely menstrual cup. Start with the small size and later on that is always there. There's some instructions are there that a woman from this to this age should use the
Okay.
cup of this size and all the instructions will be given and written on the cup also.
Great.
Yeah.
I think some girl is asking, what about the pain anxiety during the exams? I'm not able to bear the pain. I think you should consult your local doctor and you can get the best medicine for killing the pain. But don't take random painkillers.
Yes.
Always take medical advice. We are not
Even
doctors.
I did that, sir.
So,
Because I have this issue of PMS, which is premenstrual syndrome. What happens in your body is your progesterone level starts, changing, dropping. That cause so many, not even physical aspect is changing, but your emotional level is also going to change.
Oh, okay.
And you ultimately might be, there are so many girls who will feel that, okay, ma'am, I'm feeling the craving for eating sugar. You might have
Yes, I
heard
do.
that from your wife. And certain emotional, high and lows. So this is something that happens. Serotonin is also one of the chemical that imbalance of that creates that, and even this progesterone. And it's okay to tell this to yourself that it's okay, I'm going through this, and tell this to other people around you that it's okay, there's this process that I'm going through, and eventually you can do certain things. That's what I'm telling, that even I feel that I'm not able to concentrate enough on things.
Right.
It keeps on, I feel distracted too much. So again, yoga might help. The music that, make you feel a little bit relaxed, you can go for that. A little bit of walking, just walk and eat, food which is light to your stomach, not like all the junk food and
Right.
all. Try to take proper sleep, talk to the family, friends, whoever you think is you're comfortable, because having the right emotional balance is also very important. Okay?
Great.
And you can use the heating pad as we discussed. Keep changing your pads in every 4 to 6 hours.
Somebody was asking about irregular periods. So guys, I know of a friend who had that. So guys, make sure that if you have irregular periods, first visit a gynecologist. They will be the ones who will be telling you what is the problem, because in the long run, it can cause problems. So when you age, it could become a big problem. So make sure that you visit the gynecologist as soon as possible if you are having irregular periods for a decent amount of time.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, so I think we had a great time. Thank you, ma'am, so much for coming here. I'm pretty sure we have definitely broken a lot of barricades. Last time when you came, we talked about women. This time we are talking about menstruation. Who knows what we are going to talk next? And
Shreyas sir, I can tell you surely that you can't, feel that how much happy I'm feeling talking
true.
about this, because somehow I always think that I was also having that barrier around me, है ना? So today is the day that I also came out in front of you all and speak about this. So this is a very big day for me as well. So thank you, Shreyas sir,
hats
for doing
off
that.
to Anubha ma'am, and for Anubha ma'am, I think there should be lots of likes. I to keep coming here every day, or I don't know, you see your regular teachers. For Anubha ma'am and for all the girls out here, we have to make sure that this video goes viral. Every student sees it. Every student gets educated about what periods are and how to take care of it and how to handle the stress, especially during the exam period. So
And
lots of love
yes.
for Anubha ma'am from all the students out here. Come on, guys. Let's fill this up. Chat box with lots and lots of hearts, especially red hearts. Come on.
And golden heart too. Sir, you have a golden heart.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm gold and ma'am is silver.
And please pass this to your relatives also, if you are thinking that they should also see this. This is the time. Yeah. And 910 channel, what are you guys doing? Come on. We need to make it viral. Please hit the like button. Let's cross 2K, 2000 as soon as possible. But one activity, one kind of a homework that we're going to give you all, that whatever myths and taboos that you also had in your mind before watching this session, just do let us know in the comment section, and how you're feeling right now. Are you feeling that you got some basic awareness, yes or no, and you like the session? If yes, then please share your love by putting any kind of a golden heart,
Just put
red
some comment,
heart,
whatever you
fire
feel.
emoji,
Yeah.
whatever you feel.
And especially the 9th and 10th students, tomorrow I'm going to do a session for you. I'm going to give you a complete roadmap of what you need to do for the next 2 years to crack JEE, and there will be a similar session for NEET as well. I'll be talking about the books, whether to go for a school or for a integrated college and stuff like that. All of this in the days ahead to come on Enlight channel. Make sure you go ahead. It's there. The link will be there, or you can just search it on YouTube. Join it. And also I'll be doing some bridge course sessions for all the 10th to 11th moving students. And those of you already are here already know, but there's a huge playlist of all the 11th standard classes out here. You can already start watching all these classes. You don't even have to wait for me. So there's a beautiful playlist for 11th standard kids out there. All right. So thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you so much, guys. See you. Hasta la vista. Take care. Signing off.
Don't
Bye-bye.
forget to like, share and put in your comments. Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Hasta la vista.